Imagine standing at the edge of a tranquil lake. The surface is so still it mirrors the sky above. But the moment you throw a single stone, ripples distort that peaceful reflection. Our minds are like that lake, constantly disrupted by noise, distractions, and endless chatter. But what if there were a way to restore that stillness, to find clarity and wisdom in the quietest of places? In this video, we'll explore a profound Buddhist story that reveals the transformative power of silence. This isn't just about being quiet, it's about using silence as a tool for strength, insight, and self-mastery. By the end, you'll understand how embracing silence can lead to wiser decisions, deeper connections, and inner peace. We live in a world that never stops talking. Notifications, conversations, opinions, it's relentless. We're pressured to respond quickly, to speak up, to fill every quiet moment with noise. And yet, all this talking rarely brings the answers we seek. Have you ever felt that the more you try to solve a problem, the more tangled it becomes? What if, instead of speaking, you tried listening to others, to the world, to your own thoughts? This story will show you how the power of silence can cut through the chaos and bring a clarity that words often cannot. The Tale of the Restless Man and the Wise Monk. There was once a wise Buddhist monk who lived in a small, peaceful monastery nestled in the mountains. His name was Master Rinzan, which means quiet contemplation. He had spent years studying the art of silence, understanding that the loudest truths often come from the quietest moments. People from nearby villages would climb the steep paths to seek his advice, knowing his wisdom was unmatched. One day, a powerful and wealthy man arrived at the monastery. He was dressed in fine silk robes and carried himself with the confidence of someone who always had the answers. But behind his polished exterior, his eyes betrayed a restless mind. He approached Master Rinzan and said, "I have traveled far to find peace. My mind is in turmoil, and no matter how much I think, I cannot find the answers I need. Please, teach me how to quiet my thoughts." Master Rinzan smiled gently and nodded. "Come, let's walk," he said, leading the man to a serene garden within the monastery. As they strolled, the man began talking about his worries, his ambitions, the pressures of his life. He spoke of his wealth, his family, his responsibilities, and how the noise in his mind never stopped. He asked questions, but before Master Rinzan could answer, he would ask another, his voice desperate for clarity. The monk listened patiently, saying nothing. Finally, they reached a small pond. Its water was crystal clear, reflecting the sky and trees around it. Master Rinzan picked up a stone and handed it to the man. "Throw this into the pond," he instructed. The man did as he was told. The stone broke the surface, and ripples spread outward, distorting the reflection. The water that was once still and clear became agitated and murky. "Now, be still," Master Rinzan said. They stood in silence, watching the ripples gradually fade. The water settled back to its original mirror-like state. After a while, the pond was perfectly still again, and the reflection returned. Master Rinzan turned to the man and said, "Your mind is like this pond. Every thought, every worry is like a stone you throw into it. The more stones you throw, the more disturbed the water becomes. If you want clarity, you must stop throwing stones. Be still. Let the ripples fade. Only then will you see the truth." The man stared at the pond, the weight of the lesson sinking in. He realized that his constant thinking, questioning, and talking were the very things preventing him from finding the peace he sought. He had been trying to solve his turmoil by adding more noise, more thoughts, more distractions, but clarity could only be found by doing the opposite, by embracing silence. Master Rinzan invited the man to sit by the pond. For the first time in years, the man closed his eyes and allowed himself to be still. He listened to the rustling leaves, the distant chirping of birds, and the soft whisper of the breeze. As the external world quieted, so did his internal chaos. The thoughts that once raced through his mind slowed, and a deep calm washed over him. Hours passed like minutes. When he finally opened his eyes, The sun was setting, casting golden hues across the sky. His mind felt light, clear, and free. He looked at Master Rinzin, who nodded knowingly. "You have experienced the power of silence," the monk said. "Remember, whenever your mind is in turmoil, return to the stillness. The answers you seek are already within you. They can only be heard when the noise fades away." The man bowed deeply, gratitude and understanding filling his heart. He left the monastery not with a solution handed to him, but with the key to finding his own answers. The journey back home felt different. The world seemed less chaotic, his burdens lighter. He knew that silence was not emptiness. It was a space for clarity, for wisdom, for truth. Finding clarity through silence. The story of Master Rinzin and the restless man reveals a profound truth that many of us overlook. In our search for answers, peace and clarity, we often believe we must think harder, speak more, or seek external solutions. But more often than not, the answers we need come when we allow silence to guide us. Silence isn't about emptiness or withdrawal, it's about creating space for wisdom to emerge. Let's reflect on some key lessons from this story and understand how the power of silence can transform our lives. Silence brings clarity. Our minds are constantly bombarded with thoughts, worries, and distractions. Just like the pond in the story, this mental noise creates ripples that distort our ability to see things clearly. When we embrace silence, we allow these ripples to fade. The clarity that follows isn't something we force. It arises naturally when we stop feeding the chaos. Next time you face a difficult decision or a stressful situation, pause. Resist the urge to react immediately. Give yourself the gift of silence, and the path forward may reveal itself. Silence fosters self-awareness. In the stillness, we can hear our true selves. When the man in the story stopped talking and thinking, he connected with a deeper part of himself. Many of us are afraid of silence because it forces us to confront our own thoughts and feelings. But this confrontation is essential for self-growth. In silence, we become aware of our fears, desires, and truths. We can observe our thoughts without judgment and understand what truly matters. Silence is a source of strength. In a world that values constant action and communication, silence can seem like a weakness. But in reality, silence is a source of immense strength. Master Rinzin knew that wisdom comes not from speaking, but from listening to the world, to others, and to ourselves. When you choose silence over impulsive reactions, you demonstrate patience, self-control, and resilience. You show that you are not ruled by external noise, but guided by internal wisdom. Silence deepens relationships. We often believe that communication is the key to strong relationships. While this is true, there is another element that is equally powerful: the ability to listen. Truly listening to someone requires silence, not just externally, but internally. It means quieting our own thoughts, judgments, and responses to fully hear and understand the other person. When we offer this kind of silence, we create space for deeper connection and trust. Silence encourages mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment. Silence enhances this practice by removing distractions and allowing us to focus on the now. When the man in the story sat by the pond in silence, he noticed the rustling leaves, the chirping birds, and the gentle breeze. These simple observations anchored him in the present moment, freeing him from the worries of the past and the future. Practicing silence helps us appreciate life's small moments and find joy in the present. Silence reduces stress and anxiety. Noise, both external and internal, fuels anxiety. The constant need to respond, react, and solve problems keeps our minds in a state of tension. Silence, on the other hand, calms the nervous system. It allows us to step back, breathe, and regain perspective. When the man in the story allowed himself to be still, his mind settled, and the weight of his worries lifted. Incorporating moments of silence into your day, even just a few minutes, can significantly reduce stress and promote a sense of calm. Silence cultivates patience. We live in a fast-paced world that demands instant results, but true growth and understanding take time. Silence teaches us patience. Just like the pond needed time to settle, our minds need time to process and heal. When we practice silence, we learn to trust the process, to wait without frustration, and to allow things to unfold naturally. This patience can lead to wiser decisions and a more peaceful mind. Silence is a gateway to creativity. Some of the greatest ideas and insights come when we give our minds a break from constant thinking. When we are silent, we create space for creativity to flourish. The stillness allows new connections and ideas to emerge, ones that may have been drowned out by mental noise. If you're feeling stuck or uninspired, try stepping away from the problem and embracing silence. The solution may come when you least expect it. Silence connects us to the world. In the story, the man's experience of silence connected him to nature, the pond, the breeze, the sounds of life around him. Silence reminds us that we are part of a greater whole. It helps us step outside of our narrow, self-focused perspective and see the interconnectedness of all things. This connection can bring a profound sense of peace and humility. By embracing silence, we tap into a well of wisdom, strength, and clarity that is always available to us. Silence is not an absence, but a presence of awareness, understanding, and truth. Embracing silence in everyday life. The lessons from Master Rinzen's story are profound, but wisdom only becomes transformative when applied to daily life. Here are practical ways to embrace the power of silence and experience the clarity, strength, and peace it can bring. These steps are simple, accessible, and can be integrated into your routine, no matter how busy or chaotic life seems. Start your day with a moment of silence. Before reaching for your phone or diving into the demands of the day, take a few minutes to sit quietly. This can be as short as 2-5 minutes. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and let your mind settle. Focus on the sensation of breathing or the sounds around you. This simple practice sets a calm and mindful tone for the rest of your day. Practice silent reflection during breaks. Throughout your day, take short breaks for silent reflection. Whether you're at work, school, or home, pause for a minute or two to just be still. Resist the urge to fill these moments with distractions. Let your thoughts come and go without judgment. These micro moments of silence help reset your mind, reduce stress, and improve focus. Listen more, speak less. Next time you're in a conversation, challenge yourself to listen more than you speak. Give the other person your full attention. Don't just wait for your turn to talk. Truly hear what they are saying. Notice how silence can deepen understanding and build stronger connections. You may find that the less you speak, the more you learn. Incorporate mindful walking. Silent reflection doesn't always have to be sitting still. Try taking a walk without your phone, music, or conversation. Pay attention to each step, the rhythm of your breath, and the sensations around you. This walking meditation helps clear your mind and connects you with the present moment. Create a silence zone at home. Designate a space in your home where you can be silent and undisturbed. It could be a corner of a room, a cozy chair, or even a space in your garden. Use this zone for quiet time, meditation, or simply to take a break from the noise. Having a physical space dedicated to silence reinforces its importance in your life. Embrace silence before responding. When faced with a difficult question, argument, or decision, practice pausing before you respond. Take a few breaths, let your mind settle, and allow space for clarity. This pause often prevents impulsive reactions and leads to more thoughtful, wise responses. Silence is not weakness. It's a sign of self-control and confidence. Disconnect from technology regularly. Technology keeps us in a constant state of noise, emails, notifications, social media, news. Schedule regular times to disconnect. Try an hour each evening or a full day each week where you step away from screens. Use this time to be present with yourself, your loved ones, or nature. The silence that follows can be refreshing and healing. Engage in silent meditation. Silent meditation is a powerful way to cultivate inner stillness. Start with just 5 to 10 minutes a day. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. When thoughts arise, acknowledge them without judgment and gently return to your breath. Over time, this practice helps quiet mental noise and enhances clarity. Practice morning pages in silence. Inspired by the practice of free writing, try starting your day by writing a few pages of thoughts in silence. Let whatever is on your mind flow onto the paper. This process helps clear mental clutter and brings hidden thoughts and feelings to the surface. The silence enhances this self-exploration, providing insights you might otherwise miss. Observe silence during daily tasks. Try doing simple tasks like washing dishes, folding laundry, or gardening in silence. Let go of the need for background noise or distractions. Focus fully on the task, noticing each movement and sensation. This mindful approach transforms routine activities into moments of calm and awareness. Reflect in silence before bed. End your day with a few moments of silent reflection. Sit quietly and review your day without judgment. Acknowledge your successes, challenges, and feelings. Let go of any lingering thoughts and allow your mind to settle. This practice helps you sleep with a sense of closure and peace. Silence as a response to conflict. In moments of conflict or tension, silence can be a powerful response. Instead of reacting defensively, take a step back. Allow silence to diffuse the situation. It gives both parties time to cool down and reflect. Often this pause leads to more productive discussions and resolutions. Attend a silent retreat or create your own. If possible, consider attending a silent retreat where you can immerse yourself in extended periods of silence. If that's not feasible, create your own mini-retreat at home. Spend a few hours or a whole day in silence. Read, meditate, walk, and reflect without speaking. The depth of clarity and peace you can achieve is profound. The power of silence lies not just in the absence of noise, but in the presence of awareness, mindfulness, and inner clarity. By weaving these simple practices into your life, you open the door to a calmer mind, deeper relationships, and a more centered self. The wisdom found in silence. The story of Master Rinzan and the restless man is a reminder that in our search for answers, we often look in the wrong places. We believe solutions lie in more words, more thinking, and more noise. But the truth is, clarity and peace are found when we stop, when we listen, when we allow silence to work its quiet magic. Silence is not a void. It is a space where our minds can rest, where wisdom can rise to the surface. It's in this stillness that we reconnect with our true selves, make wiser decisions, and find the strength to face life's challenges with calm resolve. Embracing silence doesn't mean withdrawing from the world. It means engaging with it more mindfully, more intentionally, and with greater awareness. As you go forward, remember the lessons of the still pond. When your mind feels chaotic, when the noise becomes overwhelming, take a step back. Breathe. Let the ripples of your thoughts settle. In that quiet, the answers you seek are waiting for you. Thank you for joining this journey of wisdom and reflection. If this story resonated with you, consider supporting our channel by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and leaving a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences with silence. Have you ever found clarity in a moment of quiet? And if you want more stories and insights to guide you on your path of self-improvement, don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell. Your engagement helps us continue sharing these moments of tranquility and wisdom. Until next time, may you find peace in the stillness and strength in the silence.